aesthetic gonna be going.
Party over here.
He wasn't ready.
No, not ready, but we pressed it. I also left the mouse over there.
Oh,
What? Nyake.
Morning.
Ito.
Showing up.
Madawak ka.
Naman
Wala.
Terrible.
Hola.
Yata hey.
Chokma.
Top of the morning.
We gotta start doing the introductions like Dora. Can you say Halito?
Well,
It's a lot of us here today.
Woo. Hopefully everything's plugged in.
hopefully,
I just found a
Yeah.
our producer's sitting right next to us.
Yeah.
Do we want to let's go around the horn?
Come on, Horn. Hey.
What?
Yeah. Go that way. Go that way. Go reverse.
Yeah.
Go wrong.
Can you hear us? Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Carmelo, I'm here.
Domingo, I'm here.
Yeah. Get deeper and deeper.
Duda. And I'm here too. Desi, and I'm here.
I can't do it. Tatum. And I'm here. Keep that.
Darian. Here. Oh, I was really hoping you're gonna. And I'm Barry Bowtone. Yeah. I gotta fix this. This is bothering
I know,
me.
that's like right in your face.
Ah! All right. Well, we don't know what we're doing right now. All right, hold on. All right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Morning, Stacey.
All right, hold on. I am freaking done with this, dude. Ah! All right. All right. There we go. There we go. Here we go. Kim Sue Kale. Farah Lynn Charlie says, Nyake, everyone. Y'all look great.
Nyake Janet. There's Marcos.
Marcos.
Nyake.
See you. I know
Hey.
Marcos could be on this too.
There's a Marine.
He's a soldier. What are you talking about?
Oh, is he a soldier?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad,
You
Marcos.
don't give him the honor of being a Marine.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah. I thought you were playing aesthetics.
What did Natalie say?
That she loves us already. And then she says, we don't know what we're doing right now.
Did it before?
Is a common phrase.
Cedar right in the middle.
I know it's
Cedar.
way out of the
Cedar long
frame,
launch.
but it's on the bottom. Oh. We still can.
Oh, yeah, we still can.
So, what was the?
Yeah, yeah.
Are we doing something special?
No, I think we're kind of
We
testing
just-
testing this out because
Waters.
you know, every day sometimes we're not feeling it, but I feel like if we're all in it.
I'm not.
See, there we go.
Nyake.
Dita wasn't feeling it yesterday,
Nyake Fletcher.
and so now we're all suffering together if we have to. But yeah, I mean, if it turns out good, if we can get it together, that would be cool too, because we're over here crossing streams.
Eat the D. Eat the D,
All right,
Alan.
there we go. But yeah, so maybe it'll be
Eat the
a new
D,
thing if
Alan.
it's well received.
Okay.
Maybe not. I don't know. But it was Tita's idea, so if it doesn't go
Yes.
good, it was her idea.
We all
Sorry, Barry. If
Yeah.
I had to suffer, you gonna suffer for me too.
sacrifice. Life's
Yeah.
a risk, I know.
How thoughtful.
You're welcome.
Life's a risk.
We like planned this yesterday, so it's kind of cool. Like,
Hokdichi.
what?
Hokdichi.
Well, sorry you weren't here.
Sab-
We
Saban.
in the office planned this, and
Yeah.
It's easier when you like know like you're expecting to do it. Does that make
I had
sense?
no idea what this was.
Yeah.
But he
Come
put it in
on.
the
Yeah,
Come on.
chat
You were too
yesterday.
busy impacting the youth of the next generation, so
How
that's
was
your
it?
fault.
It was there.
Yeah.
It was said.
Boom.
Group chat, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's too. Yeah,
It was in the group chat.
but maybe it'll be a team bondage experience. So you never know.
Come on, Barry, be authentic.
That's the authenticity.
I'm
Yeah.
not thinking.
Oh, no, that has to be his idea.
Don't be synthetic.
Yeah.
It's a good idea, though. I mean, I can appreciate the idea. But I just wasn't feeling it this morning.
We all have those
Happens to the
days.
best of us,
Yeah.
and also the worst of us. But yeah, and then, dang, we're gonna have to invest in a TV. Yeah.
You can't read the comments.
No, she said bonding, not boring. I know. Yeah, we could have easily moved this TV closer to us, but we're not smart.
No,
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, we still can, but we're all sitting down. All right, hold on. Can you hold me?
for real, like dang, my vision's bad.
I know.
Even with glasses.
Hey.
Now the monitor's in
Oh well, now it's all
fine.
crooked. So one day we'll make it.
Still all
Yeah.
shot, so good. We're here.
You say crossing streams.
Yeah, I said crossing streams because of our cords.
Are we doing the meditation or are we just
We can do. I mean, I'd be down to do whatever. I don't have a
Hello,
book.
take it away.
What am I doing?
Talk about
Oh,
your life.
Yeah,
Oh.
I mean, we're gonna
Talking about my
share.
life?
We're all
Oh.
gonna share.
So what's going on,
Yeah.
Carla? Hey.
Yeah,
You new?
Yeah.
we
everything's
got nothing on the
great.
docket besides the Hammond game, right? Or ceiling. No.
Ceiling game.
Yeah.
Everything is
I
great.
know my team got put out
Mhm.
this
Yeah. I know. I'm just writing boring director things.
Jeez.
Yeah. What? I got you.
Good morning, everyone. The comment that we can barely
Yeah, we
Yes.
see the comment,
we
so.
see. Good morning.
Yeah. It says,
Hooray,
Yeah.
thank you. I waited all morning for someone.
I know. Yesterday it was chaos. It was all organizing.
Ooh.
And then Nat says,
Who's
not
on here?
bondage.
I wasn't
Me and
there.
Desi, and that was it. We're over here freaking slinging these boxes around. Like, yeah.
I thought this was for fun.
Yeah.
Oh, shame.
Y'all are making
Yeah.
it seem like not fun.
Yeah.
Quit being Debbie Downer.
Yeah. Sad Samantha over here.
Y'all made me get on.
Yeah.
You make others get on too.
I
Yeah.
used to.
You said we love Will Barty.
Go trip on everybody.
Look at your shirt.
No.
Look at your shirt. What are you talking about? Oh. All right. Aunt Mealy says good morning. Alicia Kinney says good morning. Stacy just said just start blabbing. And then Aunt Mealy says 1, 2, 3, go. And then he was looking for you, and then now he found you because you're in the corner. Yeah.
Are you gonna read the daily meditation?
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I can.
See, then
You
it'll be the
ready?
grand finale. That or we spin the wheel on who shares, and then we just do 3 shares. Call them. You'd be like, I'm in Fort Marion right now.
Are we ready?
Brianna says
Elder's
good
meditation
morning.
of the day, March 5th. I have always searched for my place and my people. Wendy Rose, HOPI, MIWOK. For every human being to feel connected, we must have the feeling of belonging. This is one of the values and benefits of a culture. It creates the feeling of belonging. If for some reason while you were growing up you did not develop the feeling of belonging, a search will be triggered and a restlessness will present in your heart. You will have a hole inside you, something missing, until you find your place and your people. Remember, we can get this feeling of belonging when we realize we belong to the Great Spirit and that He really loves us a lot. My Creator, today, I belong to you. Let me feel your presence. Thank you.
So I'll go
So we
first.
just oh
Yeah, I'm gonna take initiative.
Oh my jeez.
So like to me, I can relate to that because like when I was with my kids, I had like a family of 9. And then like whenever they were gone, it was just me. And then I was like lost for so long looking like to where I belonged, you know? Like I'm gonna cry.
There we go, Tita. Let it rip.
Stop. But for like many years, you know, I was out there struggling, trying to find my place and stuff because I didn't have my family no more. So, but yeah, I can relate to that a lot.
There we go. There we go. See, this was all a plan to get Tita to cry.
Shut up. No, that really does hit home.
Oh.
Thank you, Tita. That was good.
Mm-hmm.
Now that made me want to shit.
See, see, her plan's working. She probably
Okay.
practiced.
You know, I can completely relate to this. As a kid, I knew I was Cheyenne, like, and I knew I was these other tribes too. But you know, I was raised in a Cheyenne community. You know, grew up with fluent speakers, and you know, like it was. I knew that was my way, but for some reason, I didn't feel like I was worthy of it. You know, like I just kind of had this feeling like okay, I can support other people that actually live that way. You know, like I didn't think I deserved it. And I would have to say somewhere in all the chaos, somewhere in all the badness, you know, getting, you know, like I had that disconnect happen where I'm native, but you know, like following my traditions and customs weren't cool enough. I still did it. I still went to sweat. You know, I still went to ceremony. You know, I got initiated in the dog soldiers whenever I was 15. You know, that was 31 years ago. You know, like I still did all the things, but for some reason, I didn't feel like I deserved it. Like I didn't feel worthy enough because of the actions that I was doing whenever I wasn't taking part in those things. You know, like I'm walking in two worlds and they're the complete opposite of each other. You know, one's all about myself, one's, you know, hurting people, you know, one's you know, like poisoning my community, you know, one's about money and, you know, greed, and then this other one's about community. It's about love, it's about, you know, acceptance, it's about faith, it's about, you know, walking with the creator. And I didn't know how to mesh the two. You know, I didn't, you know, so I divided like I can't be this if I'm gonna be this. And I was choosing the street life over, you know, who I really was. And you know, it took, you know, a lot of soul searching. It took a lot of hitting the bottom, you know, hitting the bottom of, you know, of my, you know, hitting the bottom of, you know, what I thought was a way out, you know, created a whole nother mess in my life. You know, so it wasn't until I surrendered, you know, I surrendered to the creator. And I, you know, because that was my thing whenever I first got sober is I thought I had to fight for my sobriety. You know, like that's when, you know, because that's what's on my mind. I got to fight whenever I want something. You know, I got to fight, you know, yeah, to have a girlfriend, I got to fight to have a,
Gotta fight her.
The battlefield.
you know, I got to
love.
fight my baby mama to have my kids. You know, like everything was a fight. Everything was a hassle, you know, like, and whenever it came to finally surrendering, you know, like that's what it took was a complete surrender of allowing the creator to come into my life and guide me where he needed me to be. And where I found myself was around good people. You know, going to a meeting, going to a sweat, going to ceremony, you know, choosing my instructor, looking up to my brothers that, you know, that lived that life, you know, and I got a bunch of, you know, too many to name, but you know, there's some ones that are really close to me that I turn for information or whatnot. they guide me in the right way, and it was there that I found that connection back to who I was, and it was there that I understood, like, it wasn't that God was keeping this way of God never left me. The Creator, Mahio, He never left me. It was me who walked away from Him. So the gift that I have today is I found sobriety, I found recovery, I found a way that keeps me sober, and I feel like that's my gift back to my people, to the community that I gave hell for so long. So,
Mm. I know that's what Daniel was saying. Tita, you're gonna cry, then I'm gonna cry, then we're all gonna cry.
no, it's a good reading today.
Any other volunteers?
I'll go next. I need the book, to be honest. Oh, thank you. It talks about like having that sense of belonging, and one of the realizations that I've had lately is that, like, my whole life growing up, all I wanted was so I had all these different houses, right? Like, my dad had a house, my mom had a house, and um I went to both my grandma's houses. I just spent time at all these different houses, and throughout my week, on Wednesdays I'd go to this house, and every other weekend I'd go to this house, and that was just kind of my routine. But then what I realized is that like, none of those houses felt like home to me, and I think that, like, my whole life, all I've ever been like trying to find, well, when I was in my addiction, a sense of belonging looked like who was going to hang out with me and drink and use and party, and who was also going to not address my behaviors that I was, because my family, they would sometimes, but yeah, who was going to hang out with me and accept me and do what I was doing? That was my sense of belonging. And I always go back and ask myself, like, why did I not find like a group of moms, or, you know what I mean? Like, join a church, addiction led me somewhere else. And that's okay now. I accept that today. But I think that I've always just wanted a place that felt like home. And so it's taken me some time to realize that, like, home is literally wherever Josie and I are together. And but it's not the house that makes the home, it's the people, it's the peace in the home. To me, a home is clean, the cleanliness of your home, the way you take care of your home and care for it. And yeah, I just had a realization of belonging, that home was never a place, that it's where I am and it's where Josie is. And so communities that I'm, in today, and the people that, the recovery community is huge now, and the sisters and brothers, and the people I've met, Josie has all these added aunties and uncles from, all over. And that kind of like took place of the family that I can no longer have contact with, due to, either still in addiction, or still drinking, or just protecting my peace, really. But yeah, I'm grateful. I definitely have a sense of belonging within myself today, and that like started with self-love, self-respect, and just this whole journey that I've been on. So that's what I got.
Oh.
We need the soundboard.
Yeah, there you go. Make it live.
Lily.
I thought it was the first thing. I thought you were doing.
No. Hi.
Hello.
All right. I'll go next. I think I found this reading kind of similar to what we've been talking about lately, about kind of filling that void that a lot of us have felt. Almost everybody has felt in our lives. Mine was, I didn't feel that I was native enough, because I was often left at home by myself for many days at a time, away from the culture, just in Oklahoma City hanging out. And so I felt like I wasn't part of the community that raised me every now and then. And then, after realizing like to grow, you have to be uncomfortable. You have to embrace, those fears because we're our worst like doubter at times. Like we think that we put our own roadblocks in front of us, but we see the greatness that comes with it after you acknowledge that you can overcome these little roadblocks that your brain puts in front of you. It's way better on the other side. And I think that for me was, participating in, gourd dancing or anything that we really do just daily now. It seems like at one point I felt like it wasn't for me because I wasn't surrounded by it constantly. And that came with like, being in the military. Like I was away from a lot of the culture. I was like the only native in like the whole Navy, it seemed like. The only other one was my aunt, and they were like, yep, we see those two people with the same last names. They got to be related. And, so you just kind of put on a mask to fit in. And, that kind of gets exhausting. And so once you can kind of come back to your roots, even if you're scared to come back to your roots, like you can see the amount of healing and community it brings, because it's nothing but happiness. I think around our culture, it's just a lot of good vibes, and it makes you feel whole almost, just because it's like that one spirit that's been transferred down to you, and your spirit needs the community, the culture to thrive and be happy. And so it feels like we're whole. And then now, spreading that to my kids and seeing that impact them. And the cool thing is seeing, 4 generations of us like celebrating together. And they're all clean and sober too, those 4 generations. And so it's very healing to see. So that's what I got.
I'll go just to get it over with. I be struggling like to find my words, but I resonate with this reading because it says feeling of belonging. And I grew up with my grandparents, and I call them mom and dad, and we'd go to like school events, and I'd hear like other kids say like, dang, her parents are old, because like I call them mom and dad. But I felt the need to be like, oh, these are my grandparents, but they're raising me. And I always felt like I was the only kid being raised by their grandparents. But then like I met one of my friends, and I found out she was being raised by her grandparents too, and I was like, hell yeah, I'm not the only one. And then I met more native kids because I was mainly friends with like non-natives, like Hispanics and white people. And then I got to know some natives, and they were like being taken care of by their aunt or their uncle. And then I was thinking like, oh, I'm not the only one. So I always felt like I didn't belong with other people because of that. But yeah. Sorry, I felt like I was gonna cry. I'm done.
I'm trying not to look. I hear it. yeah.
Thank you.
He just started it.
Who would have thought Tita's idea would make us all cry?
I know.
I know, the most aggressive one. Yeah.
But I found out that anger is sadness.
Tita's the most depressed
Fighting
one.
all the time.
Who's not on
Beat your anger
antidepressants?
And fear.
Though.
Yep. Oh, I'll go next. Good morning, everybody. The sense of belonging, just thinks about, I spoke last year at Angie Smith's church, and I talked about how, said it a few times how I could have, the gangs were wanting me to join the Southside Locos, because I guess they're running out of soldiers, running out of men.
And I was the alpha.
Yeah, they seen I had potential. I was like,
I was the one that was picked last.
yeah, last
Picked
resort.
last in PE, but not for the gangs.
So
That's hilarious.
yep. Southwest 44th Independence. Hey. No, but yeah, Roosevelt. Always a Titan. Hey. Now an Indian. Yeah. But just I listened to one of our chiefs talk about how he was trying to fit in, finding his belonging in life. So, thankful that, Natista, Cheyenne, being able to go to ceremony, dances and to celebrate life and learning that culture. And I don't know, when I went to Sundance, helping gather willows and sage, I always got poison ivy all the time. But I never, I mean, yeah, I hurt, cried, but I still went. I still sweat, man. It was like yellow ooze coming off my skin. Like, but I was still out there getting the fire, getting the wood, and still hustling. And I never gave up. And then, man, it was crazy because by Monday, Tuesday morning, it all be gone. Like, it's crazy. So I knew how strong the Sundance, the prayers, the hard work. It's a powerful thing. It's nothing to underestimate. But so learning that and going to that, and my mom, Nako able to take me out there and everywhere. She did that for me, my sister, my brother. So belonging in life, and just I'm just glad that the culture was there, and I chose. I went that way, went that path, and besides not becoming a little gangster, uh, but finding that belonging and able to come back to my community, El Reno, Sealand, to Fonda, to Clinton, all over Hammond, and able to travel the powwow trail, able to meet new brothers and sisters and building bridges. And and I don't know, just that's how I felt my belonging was. And me, my kids too, and my wife, and able to, my son, take him to Lame Deer, experience that dance, and Teen Boys Grass, and taking my daughter, to Minnesota, dancing on them grounds, the Shakopee community. And I don't know, just thankful that I get to do all that, and that it was there. And I just thankful that I found my belonging and that it's here. And I get to step back and look at what I got. Like what we was talking about the other day, able to pay our bills, even though we're broke. But our TP's paid for, our war pony. Hey, hey, but that's just how I feel about today's meditation. Just that belonging and community, or our brothers and sisters here today. And just to take it step by step, and be patient. Being patient is a big key too. And just so ahoo.
Do you want to read comments, or do you want to share?
Okay. That's a big comment.
I know. I will have to read that one on the phone. We'll go back up. Hold on. Leanna Cable says, "Good morning. Today is my 6 months sober day." Ooh. And then she says, "Have a blessed day, all of my beautiful native people." Lily says, "Aho."
Good morning, Lily.
JC Beasley says, "Good morning, everyone." Kimberly West says, "Good morning." Nat says, "I love that, Desi. I had the same experience as a kid." I did too. Whenever I'd switch back and forth between Washington and here. So if my mom was tearing it too bad, I'd go to Washington and come back. 7 schools by the time I was in 6th grade. I know. Imagine all the gangs I could have been recruited to. Yeah. And then Mary Faye says, "Kikadoos." Terry says, "Heche Chibon." And what does that say? I can't read that last part. Okay. Misty Hickson says, "Desi making me tear up. I feel ya, girl. Good morning, everyone."
Good morning, Misty.
Nat said, "Lock in, Mingo." Whenever we started talking, and Susan Stacy was laughing because of your face that you made. Terry was talking about you rolling through the Mexican park on Sunday afternoons.
Those
Yeah, trying to take over. Yeah, yeah. Stacy Starr says, "Ha ho, Mr. Stretch." And then Charlene says, "Niaket to all." Does anybody have this?
I
Okay.
have that pulled up. Let me read it. It says, "This is from People Power Respect. When someone understands their layered identity, they stop asking, 'Which one am I supposed to be?' And they start asking, 'How do I carry all of this without losing myself?' It's complex, sometimes heavy, but it also gives depth to people gives depth most people never develop because they've never had to reconcile opposing worlds. Layered identity isn't a costume rack. It's scar tissue and inheritance sharing the same spine. It's loving the soil that raised you while knowing some of it tried to bury you. It's carrying languages, flags, prayers, grudges, pride, exile, bloodlines, and rebellion in the same bloodstream. And deciding consciously which ones get to speak for you now. Understanding there's a thin line between love and hate. Choose love, especially for one's own culture.
Mm-hmm. Should be a whole reading by itself. Yeah.
I don't even have to share now.
Yeah. Yeah. That was Carmelo that said that.
That was my word.
Yeah.
That was good. Are we waiting on me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Beat that.
Well, my experience of belonging, I'm still learning. When I was young, when I was still with my parents before I lost them, all I knew was being a little Mexican kid. I didn't even know I was Native. When I lost my parents when I was 8, we got moved to Oklahoma. Me and my brothers and sisters were separated. They kept me and my brother together, and we moved to a home with a lady that knew who my mom was. I wouldn't change anything about my life because I wouldn't be who I am now if my life didn't happen the way it did. And I'm thankful for that. But at the same time, it took a long time for me to figure out who I was. I still learn that every single day. But as far as my identity as being Native, as being an indigenous person, like I'm still learning that because when I grew up around my family, like I grew up, I'm enrolled as a Pawnee Nation member. I can be honest with you, I have no idea how any of that works. I just know that I'm Pawnee. I grew up around Oto people, so I know more about their customs and ceremonies and things like that than I do my own people. And then when we moved in with Donna and she started raising us, like I grew up around here. So I learned more about being CNA than I did anything else. And if you asked half the people around here, they would think that me and James are actually CNA. And it would blow their mind if we ever told them, oh yeah, we're Pawnee. And they're like, what? So like I went through this whole battle and I didn't even know it was a battle for a long time until I started to recognize like, man, I need to figure out like who I am, who I really am and where I'm from and start to learn more. And now that I've started to figure that out, I'm piecing it all together. But it wasn't until maybe a couple years ago where I started finding a real identity in and finding myself by finding who out about God and who he really is and how through all of my struggles, through all of my toils, through everything that I've been through, that it's not, he never left me, like Barry said. God doesn't leave you. He's always in active pursuit of you. You can try to run away as far as you can, but he's always going to be pursuing you. His love is always going to be pursuing you. And I can rest in that fact now. I find joy in that now. And I think that's just part of who I am. That's me now. That's how I belong now. And yeah, I love finding out about my history, about who my family is and everything else. So I was like, but now my identity rests in God alone. And I'm not putting anything down about anything else, but that's who I am now. And that's how I keep going. And that's how my knowledge pursuit now is finding out more about him and how I can develop a better relationship with him. And that's the most important part of my life. And I want that same relationship for my children. I want them to be able to develop that same kind of relationship, that same kind of prayer life, that same desire to have that relationship. And I'm doing my best to try to achieve that. And so my sense of belonging is centered around that. Now, I'm not trying to, like I said, I'm not trying to put light onto my culture or anything like that, because that's a big part of who I am. And I'll never put that down. I was like, but if it wasn't for God, none of it would exist anyways. And so I think that developing that relationship with him is my number one priority. It's always going to be at the top. My family will always come next. I've learned over time that I don't always have to be at the bottom. Like I can move myself up because self-care is very important. But I've always had myself near to the bottom. And it's taken the last couple of years for me to figure out, like, man, like you need to take care of yourself at the same time. And that's part of learning who I am and how important I am in my own relationship with not just other people, but with God. And I think that's that's how powerful that relationship can become, because if you're not relying on him, you're not going to get anywhere. And there's tons of people in the world that are going to try to tell you something different. And I think we all know from experience in the communities that we're trying to build, like everything is centered around that one relationship. It doesn't have to be the same God or or creator or Mahayot or however you're wanting your higher being to be. That's that relationship you're developing is important because it's part of who you're going to rely on. And developing that relationship is going to help you figure out who you really are. And so I'll keep on talking, so I better be quiet.
We're gonna have to have awards for best share of the day. Winner gets the squishy banana, wherever it is. No. Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah, it's me. Yeah, I won. I made people cry. All right. Nat said, "Oh, so much wasted potential from whenever I could have been recruited multiple times." JC says, "Good morning," or "Good reading," and then Greg says, "3 years in recovery, centered, balanced, and in harmony. Warrior down. 2 rounds of medicine wheel are coming up in Colorado Springs this month. I love a circle. Smudge, don't judge."
Thank you for sharing.
Nat says, "Dang it, gotta hop on this meeting, but I love this setup real bad. Good shares. Desi for the win. Love y'all." And then Ant says, "Get him." Oh, I think that was from whenever they found out you weren't CNA. And then Greg says, "I feel I've been chasing for the tribe to recognize, but I know I belong with you all. And every circle out there with the people who want it shares it and giving people strength. Aho miigwech." Dang, I feel like I'm reading terrible right now because my eyes. All right. Buddha says, "Good morning, team. All praises to Heavenly Father for the spiritual work through all you guys. To all of you, us, a people as a community for strength and growth." Whew. Oh, Daniel says, "Barry, we're at 30 views. It's singing song time."
Uh-oh.
We were at 40. It was crazy. Yeah.
Dang, we were at 40?
Yeah. Yeah, it was all the tears. And then Stacy says, "Good words." Yeah. Somebody pinch me, make me cry, shame me out. All right. And then Greg says, "You guys really made relate to the plate, smudge, and smiles." Belinda Bible says, "Good morning."
Good morning, Belinda.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a magnifying glass or a
Tell my brother I
telescope.
said good morning.
That, or we can move it closer next time when we're more prepared.
Those cupcakes be bomb.
Any words?
Do we have any events coming up?
Oh,
Got anything?
yeah. Hold on. Bear with me now. Bear with me.
So I know
Sober Seams. And so that'll be March 10th here at 1950 South Shepherd in El Reno. And that'll be from 6 to 8. And it's spaghetti night, right? Spaghetti. So if you want to bring your best garlic bread, we don't have an oven. So we're about to microwave some toast or something. I don't know. That
No. Are you making the spaghetti?
And
I don't
then
know.
Tonight,
I can
here
microwave
at
it.
1950 South Shepherd, we are having our big talking circle night. Come out. It starts at 7. Come park in the back of the building and use the back doors. And it's we usually have 20, 30 people. Regularly. So come and check us out.
I also have my youth talking circle today at El Reno High School from 3:30 to 5, and it'll be in the Indian Education Room on the bottom floor.
You heard
So
it.
if any of the school kids are watching right now,
Nieces,
Tell your
nephews.
go see Tatum.
Hey.
Yeah. And
Tell your
then
friends.
Yeah, tell your friends,
Yeah.
tell your teachers.
Bring a friend.
Yeah, bring a friend. And oh, Aunt says since Barry's not singing, Mingo has to roll. He's gonna roll from the bottom. Yeah, you got it. Yeah. No, yeah, you got it. You got it. All right, here we go. All right, let it rip. Yeah, yeah. Like the wave. What? Yeah, dude, you're supposed to roll.
I rather sing.
It's the most sacred song intro.
Yeah.
Oh, Friday is
Friday.
the men's meeting
Men's
at
meeting.
7.
7.
7 o'clock men's meeting. Stag meeting.
I like how serious we got right then.
Stag meeting.
Yeah, ignore everything you just saw, but yeah, they call it the Ming roll. Oh, Aunt says you got to sit up and do it. See, I need this. He's trying to get his fix.
I can stand up.
Yeah, you got to stand. Yeah, it'll be the outro.
Mingo, come up.
Yeah, it's for the people. It's for the people, Mingo. Come on. Yeah, it's healing.
Hurry up.
Yeah.
You gonna let him down?
No.
Yeah, come on. You got this. You got this, Mingo.
3 seconds. Oh, there's
Yeah.
Duncan.
It says, "Good morning. Good word shared this morning. Keep it going. You are helping many. Much love from NorCal."
Oh.
We have to figure out how to say that good
Oh.
morning because I can't read it. There you go. See, everybody's waiting for the roll.
Did he tell us good morning in his language?
Yeah, I can't read it though. It's like lock Benau. I don't know. I'm probably butchering that, but just hit him up. Have him audio.
Stacy said, "Heal me."
Yeah. See, everybody's waiting. I'm waiting for the views to just start stacking up. Yeah. See, Courtney said do the body roll too. See, Courtney's there. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, come on. You got it. You got it, Mingo. Yeah, I know. Yeah. So, yeah, see, everybody needs to heal.
Come on, Mingo.
You gotta sing.
After he rolls.
No,
While he rolls.
Yeah. He'd be rolling real slow.
extra slow.
That said Mingo.
Mingo. Come on, Mingo. Nothing.
Why are you
Yeah,
shouting now?
this is
You
the male
literally-
jingle.
I know you didn't even have to.
Yeah,
Nobody even.
I know. Yeah, I can't stop. I can't take it anymore. I gotta roll.
Last time. Can I roll real quick?
And you're like, yeah, go ahead.
All right.
All right, we're ready. Yeah, see. See, we're gonna have to do that as an outro video. Just loop it. You gotta say the steps. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4.
Billie Jean. Come to Zumba class.
Yeah. Stacy Lulu'd. See.
Hell yeah, Mingo.
It's for the people. I know.
Alright, it's your turn.
Healing the community one roll at a time.
We're at 40 views.
I'll sing.
All right.
I ain't scared.
Close us out with it.
Close us out.
Yep.
There we go.
Which,
All right. Let me see. It's an easy one. I believe the words are, creator. We all need you, so we're praying. Hey, 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 hi, hey ya, hey yo, hey, 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 hi ya, hey ya, hey yo, hey, 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 hi ya, hey ya, hey yo, ma hey yo. Wina shi wata mimino, hey, 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 hey. Ni hana to watsamino, hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hiya, hey, ya, hey, yo, hey, hey.
Pivot. It's pivot, brother.
Pivorific.
Pivorific.
Ether-tastic.
Ether.
All right. That it?
All right, Mado.
Thank you guys.